Once upon a time lived Umar Baba. He was gentle, wealthy, and humble. He was a good farmer. He cultivated watermelons and groundnuts. His crops yielded much. He was always seen with a smile. His house is simple and modest. His village is filled with baobab trees. Cattle graze freely. He was a giant. Omar was kind and helped people in the village. He has very good friends. Omar dresses fine in his shop. He has many customers. Then there was an incident. There was an attack in the communities around his community. The criminals were very violent and vicious. The leaders held a meeting to safeguard the community. Then they summoned the warriors and they got prepared for a showdown. On the next meeting with the warriors, Ordance, the leader of the warriors, told his men that he had word that the criminals were coming. Great, said Umar Baba. I also have been looking out for them, and I know they are coming. Won't he just sit down, Umar Baba? Ordance cried. I don't see you fit enough to run, not to talk of fight. It will be good if you allow me join you people in this fight. Size is a blessing and not a curse. The warriors didn't know the powers that Umar Baba possessed. They didn't know he was a living baobab tree. We will not allow you to join us in this fight, for you are not a man of war, but a farmer. However, we will allow you to survey the lands. At least your height will be of benefit to us in this battle. You either take it or leave it, said Ordance, the leader of the warriors. Umar, gentle as ever, accepted, even though he knew what the fate of the battle ahead was. On the day of the war, he set out for his job as a surveillant. He stood in the high hills and watched as the enemies, the criminals, invaded the town. He sent the signal to Ordance and his men. Ordance, brave as ever, with his men, rushed towards the criminals in battle. They fought hard, but the criminals, using charms, began to overdo and subdue Ordance and his men. Ordance and his men became afraid, but they didn't show it. They continued the fight. Ordan's men fell that day. And as the battle was going on, Omar Baba already knew what was going on. He saw all that was happening. He became worried and sad. He decided to join them in the battle in the front line. Omar Baba summoned some villagers that were brave enough to join him in the fight. They went and joined the other warriors and they battled the criminals and fought them to a standstill. They destroyed them, decimated them, and fought them hard. Ordance fought hard. Omar Baba targeted the leader of the criminals and subdued him. Ordance located the criminal that killed his friend Sani and he challenged him to a battle with bare hands. Ordance fought the man that killed his friend Sani hard. He finished him, having avenged his friend Sani. The battle went on. They defeated the criminals. The criminals, seeing that their charms failed, ran, but the warriors of Namdogo chased them as directed by Umar Baba. Umar Baba was leading them courageously. They chased them till dawn and finished them. Umar Baba and Odans became friends that day. Umar Baba has helped save the people. They returned happy and victorious. The warriors were happy with Umar Baba. The villagers celebrated them, especially Umar Baba. As they celebrated him, he transformed into a strange-looking being, something like a huge, giant human gorilla, double form. Then he changed to Umar, the gentleman. His people shouted for joy, Umar Baba, Umar Baba, Umar Baba. They shouted, so happy. He was satisfied. He has fulfilled his destiny. They knew him. He has revealed himself to them, to his people. The elders, seeing this, knew that he was one of their ancient king that gave his life for his people to protect the land from invaders. He had transformed into a giant baobab tree. Whoa, they said, he had been among them without them knowing. They were happy that day. Umar Baba continues his business and farming, smiling as usual in his nature. He had more customers. He prospered in his business. He helped the people in whatever way possible, and he attended their events. The village became peaceful, calm, prosperous as it used to be. The cattle grazed freely. Namdogo village became a tale in the mouth of others. They said their warriors are strong. They had special powers. Wow, how they had conquered and stopped the wicked criminal invaders that terrorized other villages is a mystery. This didn't sit well with the defeated bandits and criminals. So they caught their evil sorcerer and gave him a mandate to collect Namdogo's powers and destroy Umar Baba. We have been disgraced. Why are the people of Namdogo always defeating us, they said. We must destroy them totally. Our forefathers tried, they lost. Now we have tried and we have lost too. Go and finish them, Kamatolali, the great sorcerer, or face death and eternal banishment. Angry Kamatolali, the evil sorcerer, landed in Namdogo at dusk. He was very angry. He looked strange to the people. He had already boasted to the people of Barawo Banzaki that he was going to defeat the people of Namdogo once and for all. He thought within himself as he moved in the village angrily, I can't wait to finish them. Every move he made was marked by a strange aura. Darkness and evil wind floated the air. The moon and the sun seemed to fight each other. The people of Namdogo saw him and wondered, who the hell is this stranger? He did not speak to anyone. He didn't answer greetings. He looked tall, lanky, and weird. Who is this? The people said. among themselves. Word soon spread to the elders and the warriors, even Umar Baba, that there was a stranger in the village. Umar Baba already knew. He was already expecting him since the defeat of the criminals of Barawu, Banza, Zaki. This was the highly anticipated fight to finish. This will help me free my people, Umar Baba said. They deserve the rest. His people, who were homely, accommodating, and loving, needed to be at peace. It is what he so wished, and that was the reason he gave up himself to save his people and save the village. The sorcerer moved carefully and fearfully, knowing that even Umar Baba, the giant, knows he is present already in the village. And Umar Baba can actually take him on whatever front he so wishes, for Umar Baba is truly powerful, he said to himself. Umar Baba appeared at the war field waiting for the sorcerer, his men with him. He sent out the signal for the sorcerer to show up for the grand battle. The sorcerer caught the signal, but rather than go to the battlefield, the sorcerer decided to choose another location. Which other location he thought to himself would be better than the Baobab tree? I will disgrace you there. This your Baobab tree that saved you and your village shall know shame today, said the sorcerer. The villagers saw him in the Baobab tree. Wow, they said. He kept transforming to different scary beings. The people became afraid. They knew trouble loomed. Suddenly, a strange presence appeared. Umar Baba appeared. But Umar was suspended up from the ground. Lifted high, he was placed horizontally and lifted up, and lightning began to strike. The people feared. What was happening to Umar Baba? The sorcerer seemed to be winning him. The sorcerer was trying to remove Umar Baba's powers so he can finish him totally. But Umar Baba called out with his strength to the great Baobab tree. Oh Baobab tree, don't leave me alone. Help me. Evil cannot overcome good. Great Baobab, perform the final destruction of this evil one. Something strange happened. Suddenly, Umar stood still. A stream suddenly appeared. The people looked fearfully. The sorcerer watched in anger. The wicked sorcerer that turned himself to a beast decided to attack Umar Baba immediately. I will not waste time anymore, the sorcerer said. Let me finish him totally. The villagers were shocked at his sight. The sorcerer's powers were useless as Umar transformed him and brought him to his own spot where the hot boiling water stream was. Umar Baba threw him there. Suddenly, the sorcerer knew water was his enemy. He begged Umar Baba, leave me alone. Umar Baba, leave me alone. But Umar Baba would not listen. It is too late, said Umar Baba. Umar Baba was already very angry with the sorcerer for all the evil he had been used to commit. No mercy, he said, to you, you evil man. Today you shall end. Umar Baba disappeared with the sorcerer's body. As he was disappearing, Umar Baba shouted to his people, oh, my people, remember me. I will be back. Today it ends here, he said. Never give room for the enemies. Never, ever allow them take this land. Gradually, the daylight returned. The stream disappeared. Everything seemed to return to normalcy. The people, though sober, remembered Umar Baba's last words. They remembered every of his actions, his behavior, his smile, his generosity, and his bravery. The elders, still shocked, had to meet again at the Baobab tree, this time with great respect to the Baobab tree. They went there to deliberate the issue, hoping for an answer that they discovered may never come. They only had to make do with what they have seen and known. The king said, Umar Baba lives. Umar Baba lives in every one of you. Umar Baba will never be forgotten. Never be afraid or intimidated. Never leave your rights. Fight for your rights. You will surely win, my people. Here ends my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Watch out to listen to more of my stories on my channel and learn a thing or two. Thank you.